Good morning, guys. What's up? Let me take you back to high school chemistry class today. Picture it, a high school chemistry lab, and all of the students are doing poorly, including me. I was a straight A student, and that was like part of my identity as a 15-year-old, but I was scraping by with a B in chemistry, which was unacceptable to my mother. And while as an adult, I hate to say anything poor about public educators or teachers, this teacher was not effective. She wasn't the best. And I remember coming home with my report card, showing my mom the B that I worked really hard for, by the way, in chemistry, and she freaked out. She said, "This is unacceptable. Why do you have a B?" And I said, "Mom, everybody is struggling in this class. Nobody is doing well. The teacher isn't like teaching us the right stuff and the tests are crazy. I don't know what's happening. I'm doing my best." And she said something that pissed me off a lot as a high schooler. But in hindsight, I've used this wisdom to get through in life. And she said, "Kenzi, it doesn't matter how everybody else is doing. It doesn't matter that your friends are struggling. I don't care. Put blinders on, stop worrying about everybody else, and you succeed to the standard you've set for yourself, and that's to get an A." And again, I was really pissed when she said that because I didn't feel like she was listening to me. But I realized that, yeah, the chips were stacked against me. I knew nothing about chemistry, and I was still responsible for getting a good grade, which would get me into a good college, which would get me into a good career. And the stakes felt high. Even though I didn't have the resources that I needed to succeed, it meant I had to hurry up and find them. And in business, we have to do the same thing, right? We can't collectively say, "Hey, so-and-so is having a hard time and I'm having a hard time too." And it's okay to vent. I love me some good venting. But when we mire ourselves in struggle, it's really hard to get out of that mindset and actually overcome something. Sometimes it's about acknowledging, yeah, this is a messed up situation, cough, cough, corona, but I'm still responsible for my survival. So, taking you back to high school, I looked up YouTube videos. YouTube was still kind of in its infancy back then. Maybe I'm dating myself. But I taught myself how to calculate moles, which is something that you do in chemistry. And everybody was horrible at it, including myself. I would spend an hour every night doing calculations, checking my work, figuring out what to do. And this was stuff that the teacher wasn't teaching us. We weren't doing it in class. I had to teach myself. And yes, it sucked a lot and it was very boring. But you know what? Everybody else got C's or worse in that class, and I actually did manage to scrape by with an A for the rest of the semester. So sometimes you have to hold yourself to your own standard and not worry about the standards that other people are doing. Wherever you are in your business right now, maybe you just need to put on some blinders, buckle down, do the work, and then see what happens. Sometimes doing your best is doing your best and not doing someone else's best. And sometimes your best is actually better than someone else's best. I think that's the key to innovation. So whatever you're struggling with right now, buckle down and maybe you'll get your A in chemistry too. So until next week, keep writing.